Hi everybody, I am here to get my second vaccine. I am really nervous about this one because supposedly it is the one you react to if you do react. I've had several people at work get fevers and chills after getting it, and I'm not looking forward to that. But I am looking forward to getting this pandemic under control and actually not having to quarantine if you're exposed to somebody. So far, I've not had to quarantine, so that's really cool. Anyway, hope you guys are good, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Why don't you go ahead and relax your arm down? All right, here's your second dose. 1, 2, 3. All done. Let me get the Band-Aid on for you. 14 days, you'll be 95% immune.
That's amazing.
Still wear a mask, still social distance.
Yes. Well, the pinch wasn't bad at all. So far, I don't feel anything. Which the people who have reacted have said that they felt like a burning or whatever, even when it was going in. So I'm hoping the fact that I don't feel anything is a really good sign. But yeah, hang on. I got my sticker! I'll let you know how it goes. Hey guys, it is 8:05, which is exactly 12 hours past when I got it this morning. It is already a lot more swollen than the first one. I don't have muscles like that. I don't know if you could tell, but I don't. This one goes pretty flat, and then this one's pretty puffy. It's hot to the touch. It still doesn't feel any different than the first one. I'm really encouraged there. There's no site redness or hives or anything like that. It is sensitive. So far so good. I'll let you know if I grow a third arm or have a fever. That one's more likely. The third arm was a joke. Good night. Hey guys, so I made it through the second COVID shot. I did the Moderna, and I just want to talk to you about my experience. I was going to do This Is Me the day after morning, and then the day after night, and then the following day, just like I did with the first one. However, I was not able to because it was so bad. I just had zero motivation to set up the camera or do any of that. So I want to talk to you a little bit about my experience with that. First of all, it sucked. My arm wasn't any more sore than the first one, it didn't feel like, but just all the other symptoms. I had full body aches. I also had muscle soreness where I didn't really feel like myself. I felt like I was kind of getting a cold. I did not get a fever. It was mainly just fatigue. However, on the side that I got my shot, I had lung problems the next day. So when I had a pericardial effusion and pericarditis, and a pleural effusion and pleuritis, my breath would catch in my chest whenever I tried to breathe in full breaths of air. So the day after I got the Moderna, it started doing that again, where it felt like a stabbing pain in the bottom of my lung on my left side. And it was really rough, and I stayed home from work. I got pretty lucky though, because my boss is totally understanding, and he said that was fine, just take care of yourself. I did put in a call to my rheumatologist, and she said it might have triggered a flare. She doubted it though. I actually have steroids that I'm able to take on my own as long as I tell my rheumatologist that I'm about to take them, and I just have them in my cupboard whenever I need to. And she said to go ahead and take those if it was still there after 2 days. So I did not end up having to take them because about 24 hours after I had gotten the shot, all the symptoms went away and I was totally fine. Luckily, I didn't have to take them, and it wasn't a long-term flare, but it was kind of a weird reaction to it where it was like my lung would actually seize up again and catch in my chest every time I took a deep breath. And because of that, I had to talk very quietly that day, and I was just a lot more subdued. Another thing I wanted to talk about, which I didn't mention the first time with the vaccine, is both times I got the vaccines, I got a panic attack that night. So I do suffer from anxiety and depression. I do not take anything for them. I have a lot of self-care rituals that I participate in, such as meditation, exercise, sleeping well, eating right, drinking enough water, all those things. However, I am a working single mom, and sometimes those things slip and I get really bad bouts of anxiety or depression. Panic attacks are not that common for me. I've probably had more in the past year than I've had in the year before, but they're still not something that is pretty common for me. And both evenings I got the shot, I had a panic attack, and it wasn't about the shot. It was a trigger by something else, but it was definitely a huge energy shift for me where I could definitely tell that I wasn't myself, that I needed a lot of extra self-care, and I needed a lot more sleep than usual. So that happened with both of the shot. I didn't mention it the first round because I was just stressed enough as it was. I was training my replacement and about to start a new job, and I thought it was just that. However, I kind of had that in the back of my mind going into this shot. I knew that that could be a possibility, and it happened again the second shot. Just had a really hard time just emotionally. I just felt like things seemed pretty black and hopeless, and things that normally I can take in stride were a really big deal to me. That was just kind of an aside that isn't something that I've read too much about on the internet, where it's like COVID shot linked to anxiety, panic attacks. However, that is something that happened consistently with me for both of them. So I got the second shot a couple weeks ago, and 2 weeks from now, I should be completely immune. And 2 weeks from now, I should be immune to coronavirus. I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about the world getting on board and not passing on this disease. So yeah, go get your shot and let me know how it goes. It's not always fun, but I do think it's the best thing you can do at this point. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. I feel like every time I move, the focus changes. Maybe I just have bad eyesight. Anyway. So